Alright, so you ready to build a box? It's really not that hard, I swear. There are lots of different ways to build a box that you've probably seen online, and it really doesn't need to be that complicated. And I actually haven't built like a wooden box for this because of space requirements. I'd much rather take a box that I get in the mail and use it for that segment of that period of time and then recycle it. So it's just saves me studio space for other things like paintings, right? So here is what we need, okay? What I have, this is actually a drywall saw. So you can probably use any type of little saw or utility knife or a steak knife to actually carve out your box, okay? So I've got my saw. I also have a pair of scissors, so that's kind of up to you. And then handy dandy duct tape. This one is color coded so that I know when somebody else is using my duct tape. It's my duct tape. Everybody in the household has their own color, so I know where my duct tape is. So anyway, duct tape and a knife, and then also a box. You'll just need a box. So like I said, I use this HelloFresh, and I'm going to show you how to create that light box, and then also this little handy dandy viewfinder, which is where the duct tape comes in handy. Okay? Alright, so let's start this project. Using my handy dandy little drywall saw, I can make quick work of cutting off one side of the box and the box flaps. Sometimes gotta use a little bit of elbow grease. This total project took me less than 2 minutes to actually cut the box to prepare it for use in 3 different ways. Make sure you keep your scraps. You'll be using these to create a viewfinder. We'll need something square or rectangle to use as the cutting guide. We'll want to draw or trace a guide for the outer cutting as well as the inner cutting. The viewfinder is a fabulous tool to use for a quick view of what a still life will look like, and is also a fabulous thing to carry with you when you decide to plein air paint, which is painting outside. FYI, this looks a little bit aggravating because it's a little bit flexible and all that. You can actually purchase a viewfinder, but I'm not willing to wait in the mail for something that I know would take me about 5 minutes to do. So here we go. Just add duct tape to the viewfinder so that it's less flexible, and you'll remove all those rough edges that might take your attention away from the subject. So here are 3 ways to use the box. This first way, I'm creating a tabletop, and you're kind of getting a glimpse of the chaos that it is my desk. So here I use the box to create a table over my printer that'll be a great direct view from my easel. It's handy for painting a still life in real time rather than through photographs. The second way to use the box creates an open space like a stage setup, allowing for height and greater variation to arrange the light. Notice how I have a collection of objects to play with in the still life. This is such a fun project to do with music and good friends. And this last way is where we control the light source for what I like to call a closed set. This is a fabulous way to create a dark background and really bring dramatic light to the subject. And if you're wondering how the viewfinder works, well, check this out. How dramatic and gorgeous is that? All right, so you start your project.